A little while ago, I made this video. It's all about this GameStop box art from the mid-2000s. The goal of that video was to try to put a name to the person who designed and drew this. If you haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out so you can understand the full story, and I'm just really proud of how that video turned out. I talk about how there's no credit given, I lament about trying to get into contact with GameStop, and I do some online sleuthing only to come up with no answer. In it, I say this: the only way I think we'll ever know is to keep bringing attention to this subject. Maybe someday someone who knows the artist will come forward, or who knows, maybe even the artists themselves will see a post online and finally admit to doing it. Well, we found him. I was working on another video when I saw an email notification on my phone. When I read that title, I shot straight up like I was struck by lightning. It was from someone named Samuel Bohan. A colleague of mine dropped your video on LinkedIn and OMG, what a flashback. Loved the video. Aw, thanks. I love your illustrations too, Sam. And yep, it was me that drew them all those years ago. Though, to be fair, the originals were better than the final version. It definitely got hacked by committee, as many projects there did. I did them while I was working on the print design team at GameStop from 2005 to 2007, right after the EB Games merge, so it was pretty crazy times. I'm not gonna lie, when I read this, I was pretty ecstatic. There were a lot of coincidences that had to happen in order for Sam to have seen this video. A colleague of his would have had to have seen it, then shared it on LinkedIn, and then Sam would have had to have seen the video and then contacted me. It's just weird how it all worked out this way. Sam was kind enough to answer some of the questions I posed in the previous video. He did not work on the Nut Shack. In fact, he hadn't heard of the Nut Shack until I brought up the comparison in that video. It also sounds like he worked on this cover of River City Ransom for the Game Boy Advance. Apparently at one point in time, they wanted to make the people on the covers individual characters, all with their own personalities. I imagine they would appear on GameStop TV to promote new games and deals, kind of like how they used to use that one bunny like forever ago. In my original video, I said that I thought GameStop probably hired a contracted illustrator to work on these covers. That was not true. Sam actually worked full-time at GameStop's headquarters while also drawing these covers as well as other advertisements. He said he had to draw quite a few drawings each day and that GameStop probably didn't keep any of the original illustrations, which I kind of expected, to be honest. He also told me he had just joined their design team when he was tasked to make the covers. He drew all of the characters individually, and then GameStop decided they wanted them in a group instead, which they were never meant to do, so that's why some of the poses might look a little jarring. Sam also left this piece of advice for working artists. When they ask you for something vague, take my advice. Go weird. It usually works out. Sometimes, usually, sometimes not, but sometimes yes. Just do you. I cannot begin to express how happy I am that this happened. I'm glad that Samuel's finally getting the credit he deserves for creating this generic GameStop box art. I posted a link to his website in the video's description if you want to check him out and see what other kind of stuff he's been up to. Without your help, whether you watched, shared, or just talked to someone about this video, I highly doubt we would have uncovered who drew these illustrations. Not only am I proud of myself, but I'm really proud of how all this came together too. I don't know if I'm ever going to try to solve another mystery, but if you have one you'd like to see me cover, please let me know in the comments below. And Sam, if you're watching, thanks for reaching out so we could make this possible. Keep being awesome, dude. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and consider subscribing for more content. See you soon.